Yeah, welcome back to Discovering the World, starting with Australia. So we're now up to opening another one of the major countries of the world. We have successfully gone through India. We've given ourselves a bit of a spread and connecting it, especially south. And now we are going to, as soon as we stop getting bothered, open into Brazil, which is going to put even more pressure on this southern connection that we've got. Now, really, I think what I need to do is upgrade this. If everyone on this is 100% busy, then I think that that's probably my next process. It's not so much about the amount of passengers that I can have, but more the speed that these new planes will be. I can't remember what speed they go up to. It's like slightly more than well, it's significantly more than 5. It's only a slight increase in passenger intake, but a decent boost in what I wanted to click on. I want to click on that. And the fact that he's not full, at least, says that at least when we're getting someone there, they're completely clearing out everyone that's needing to head the opposite direction. I'd say that's probably similar for that guy there. But we are moving a lot of passengers through this southern long trips. I feel like it would only be if we got... Let's go down here. Pause for a second. Nope. Get rested again at least. I mean, you can see that the majority of people here are just because this guy's just delivered, and the 5 seconds where that looks disastrous is purely because it's the crossover of him delivering everyone he's dropped off, but moments before he picks up the people that are going to go back with him. Yeah, really what we want to do is we want to get the French Southern Antarctic lands, because then we can have this run from there to there, and then have that go to Melbourne. And that would basically split this line in half. But I don't want to buy that outright, because we'd lose 6 minutes of our total time that we'd potentially get. Apologies, Agra. People probably wanting to go see the Taj Mahal, and here we are. Not letting them. Did want to run connected cross as well. Sure, in what way? Those guys connected south. Alright, that's probably time. Let's bring in Brazil. Now, I feel like what I should do is just have this connection to Paraguay as one of my sort of markers moving through the continent here. Just purely because it's so central. And it's up, and like we don't have to have super long connecting routes. If anything, we want to avoid them really. Armenia's up next. How big is Tehran? Yeah, we can definitely give that a boost. Just jump Armenia straight in, because we know that's just going to be basically a straight connect. We're not going to make it a hub or anything. It'll just work out of Tehran. I think I do want Tehran to connect up here to Uzbekistan. We'll make that route. I want to upgrade them too. Just hold here for a moment. That's just a double combo of both planes arriving. Again, it's really good to see that the planes leaving from Melbourne South aren't full. That's a good thing. That means that we're sort of not hitting capacity every time, waiting for that next plane to arrive, and we're not then slowly building a larger and larger amount of people waiting. It'll get worse and worse. If they're still under, then we're in a good spot. But the more we get on this side, the worse it's going to be. I mean, really, if you look at the length of this flight here, if I grab him and say connect him to Adelaide, 7,000. If we go equivalently Brazil to Iran, I mean, is that trip longer? That curvature, I guess, is suggesting it is. Darker. Alright, always nice to just hear that it's just that they've just reduced the size. It's not like it's not actually shut down for any period. Okay, so Kazakhstan is going to be another big country in here. Maybe a little bit lucky that we haven't been exposed to China yet, because all of the cities of China are going to start really in the north. Let's think of it as Shanghai or all the stuff down near Hong Kong. I mean, I suppose they could really give it to us anywhere, couldn't they? We definitely want to up the amount of planes running on that route, and the ones on this route will upgrade too. And let's maybe get to 10,000 Kazakhstan. Bangkok. And that looked to be this plane here was the problem. Which is sort of surprising because they've got this second route out. I thought that this guy shouldn't be really hitting his peak as he is there. Let's give him another level 5 plane. Alright, that's a decent amount up that we can certainly have that as a journey up. Which way do we want these guys to go? Maybe we'll head them to Paraguay. Bolivia next. The Bolivian capital's in the north half, and probably be the next spot on our daisy chain up through the continent. Yeah, not bad. I mean, see how we go elsewhere and what cities we get on this side. Moving all the way over to Turkey next. It's fascinating, all these tiny little countries that we're now going to get exposed to. At the very beginning of a game where you sort of conventionally start in Germany, you just get hit with all these, like, all these little countries that, for in the grand scheme of things, for us here, we will gladly just sort of like hit all. Like, if we got Romania, imagine getting all of these, like, what, 15 countries next. Gladly bounce them all through there. Our perception of the area that a single cog is taking all the wheels from, like all the sort of spokes. Absolutely, they would all be connected to the one. Very different from starting down here as opposed to starting at the top. See, these guys are sort of getting a lot of demand going both ways. You're up to 5 planes on that route. Still only 4 on that. But there is certainly a limit. This is going to be the weakest link in our setup, and if we get everyone else going way too fast, then Melbourne is going to get absolutely slammed. And it's not until we can get across Africa, really, that we can sort this out. I mean, we could go Jakarta, Johannesburg, down here, and then across if we get Southern Africa. But Africa isn't considered to be connected to Antarctica. Brazil's possibly connected to this part of Africa, so there's a chance we move into Africa soon. That is a good spot to sort of jump over and be our next sort of central connection. We'll just go straight for level 5 planes for him. Istanbul. Say someone down the bottom, but again, that's just this guy whenever he arrives, dropping off all his passengers before he picks up the new ones. So not really a concern. I think hitting about 10,000 is our good benchmark for when we upgrade to our next country. There's 3 red guys on this network. There's a concern that there's a lot of people suddenly wanting to head south, South America. There's at least one red plane here, which means that Melbourne is going to be holding a lot of people waiting for this guy here to arrive, and those red planes that are hitting Port Moresby are going to be still red coming all the way down here. So it might not even be this guy, it's going to be the guy after him. At least he's not red. But we may see some problems. Alright, just connecting into Tehran. You can just be a spoke. That's Syria. Similarly, we'll spoke into one of our existing cities. No, we won't. Go that way. And Paraguay, so you can justifiably do that. We just have to wait that moment while this guy gets out. I suppose we should just upgrade him, because it's not really a density issue, it's just more of just that brief period where he hands over. That would have been Melbourne there complaining. Again, you can see this guy's left, and we still have hundreds of people waiting already to go. So this is starting to reach a problematic point. But if that gets too much worse, I mean, we've got a little while where we can continue to upgrade in Melbourne. Alright, let's pause for a second. Firstly, there was that noise. Our next South America, and then let's just upgrade that guy. Let's get Syria in here. Syria's capital is a bit further than I expected. But I wouldn't really connect him to Tehran. Let's bounce him up that way. Maybe let's connect him both ways. We can use him as sort of a central point for the Middle East. Melbourne. That guy's taken 600 people. And how are we looking? So still some red planes, not all red planes moving down. It still is sort of flowing that it possibly is manageable. That, I mean, at the moment you can see every plane heading down that way is red. So there's definitely like a bottleneck at Melbourne at the moment. Quick check, 13,000. The shortest route that we could get. Potentially even just getting to Portugal, but I mean there's so many small countries up here, there's a lot of little hopping that we have to do to get that to work. We'll get Ruin here, and then we'll jump back over this way for Azerbaijan. One that can just be a spoke to Tehran. Okay, not buying first level planes anymore. Great. Yes. Luckily that was fine because can't afford that not to be fine. Really, I'm gonna upgrade this guy. I think at this point he's just complaining, but we're aware that Melbourne is a problem and is going to be a problem until we build an alternate route for this to get out. It's just more stop us getting bothered by it. Give Tehran a little bit more room, as well as Karachi. I do really want to make sure that once we've got Oman and part of Africa in here, that we do have connections that run all the way across here, that we're not forcing everyone to go up through the same route to get from Asia to Africa. Alright, Azerbaijan, in you come. Connect to Tehran. We're jumping all the way to Egypt, so we actually don't really have a connection to Egypt. Just maybe across the sea there. I feel like this guy needs the upgrade. And if that's the case, this guy, at the very least, should get the 5th plane. I mean, it's been connected for a while. I could understand, though, why they would be appreciative of that, because the economy of New Caledonia must be booming, having world's travelers connecting through it. This guy here, I'll upgrade him. Okay, so then we're going to go for Egypt. Probably a more major road connection than how short that route is. Jordan? That one. We'll just get these some nice short connections. Bulgaria. Yeah, not surprising. Melbourne is now feeling the crunch. Okay. Now, Melbourne has a problem. So, $15,000 to Egypt, 16,000 to Turkey, 22,000. I mean, it's because we've opened up so many more countries. I guess that's getting more expensive. I just want to see who comes up after Bulgaria. Lebanon. I was hoping that we're going to start seeing stuff connecting to Egypt. That is going to sink us. I don't think I can even wait. I think we've just got to connect Egypt to Brazil. Turkey. Egypt was the shorter flight. Who is that? Was that them again? Surely not. Now the issue is not at all people getting out north. And the problem is, as soon as we sort of shift this to someone else, that other city is going to have a similar problem because it's not a short route that we're opening up. So I think maybe what I'm better off doing is having Melbourne just get worse while we try and fight across the country, across Africa. But the problem is that, like, because we're going in every direction, so Georgia's up next. We're not really seeing connections that we need. Like, even if we were just doing even if we were just doing African countries, it would be a while till we got over there. But with every country that we can open, if we can get Libya and Algeria, and we're going from Algeria to Brazil, then that's a better spot to be. So we can't really wait around too much. But we do need to sort of be on top of Melbourne and have enough money to upgrade Melbourne the second it freaks out. What do we do? I mean, who's that? Jakarta. What I could do is I could just buy the countries that I need. I could buy Liberia and then just have Brazil connect to Liberia, or Liberia connect to Egypt. That's not how we're going to do this. We're going to play the hand we're dealt. Now, what I could do, I'm going to buy that now. So we have that buffer, and I feel like this is the buffer that I can work till. I have till this guy hits about 10,000 to try and get where we need to be. In the meantime, wrong direction there for Saudi Arabia. We have a lot of time on the clock. Yeah, moving into our African postmarks. It's a really nice centralized point. So we should see that pretty cleared, both of those planes. I want this guy connecting to Cairo, to Karachi, and to Tehran. Let's start with Tehran. And then Romania. It's still moving the wrong way. And even the idea of setting up Saudi Arabia to be connected to other things doesn't feel like it's a priority at this point. Alright, so like I said, we've got till 8,000. I think. Still got a little while there. Now, how much further in do we want? Let's maybe say that this is a key line into Europe. We'll connect the two of those. Apologies, I totally missed that guy. And we don't really want to be opening new lines this week because everything's super expensive. So I guess we've got 6 minutes to just sit on our hands as well. Hopefully make some money. So then we can do a few quick opens once that's ready. So many people. How's this guy looking? Okay, so that's just people waiting to go the other direction. So this one line is the bottleneck at both ends. Which does mean that eventually this is going to struggle too. At least got the money to do Greece, and probably whoever's next after that. As soon as they're in. Sydney's only 1,000 people. Still pretty decently big network line on it, so it's been doing pretty well for considering that. Alright, we are almost through our 6 minutes. And quick check on Melbourne. Into the 5,000s, so we're down to 3,000 to go. Again, it's just bad timing for the two of them. Didn't I upgrade you as well? No, I haven't upgraded you. I'm being cheap. This guy connected. Doesn't let me click anywhere on where that airport was, so I have no idea where it is. Okay, Bangkok. Not an overly big airport. Okay, let's do some quick moves. Greece, you can connect North Macedonia, same spot. Yemen. Where's Yemen? This way, that's right. Kuwait. Sort of moving in the right direction. Kuwait's just snuck in there. Albania. Back up this way. So we're still not going the right way. I mean, we're sort of... I guess we're moving in a correct way. Eventually we'll hit Spain, right? And that'll be an alternate way of getting over there. One thing that I can't see where the problem is if I'm looking at the whole world. So many people. Okay, well, that'll be us for today. I think we've made a lot of progress in making big leaps. It's just not necessarily in the exact direction that we want to get. Either we can get a little bit further north in South America so that this connection becomes a little bit shorter, or that we can get across Africa so we can work down. Yeah, we're definitely on a clock for Melbourne though. So any questions or comments, feel free to chuck them below. And until next time, catch you later. See ya.